When you're fighting, particularly verbally, if you want somebody to stop, call it out. If you want somebody to stop, do it back to them. Particularly verbally. But it's the same thing physically. If you want them to stop, call it out. If you want them to stop, do it back to them. Did you hear me? So, give you a physical standpoint, okay? You're boxing. A guy's hitting you with a jab. Boom, boom, boom. But he's hitting you with a jab. Hit him with a jab, he'll stop. Just by example. If the guy starts talking trash, it could be Kevin Holland himself. If he's running his mouth if you want him to stop, do it back to him. If a guy's fainting you, he's fainting you. He's what some people call it moving around. He's giving you all these different looks. Do it back to him. He will stop instantly. Not later, not 2 rounds from now, right then. And I don't know why I'm not here to offer for you the psychology of it. You guys see this all the time, right? If you got a bully, stand up to him. He'll back down every time. The guy comes in and he's talking tough and he's intimidating you. Start talking tough and intimidating him. He will stop. But I share this with you because it's very important to know. This is important stuff to know. And Bo Nickal's got a fight coming up, okay? And Bo Nickal is fighting on the same card as Plessis and Whittaker. So, does that mean anything? I think that it means there's a potential, no matter how small, that if Whittaker Plessis, one of them doesn't show up, that Bo's fight could be interrupted and put in that position, which would be a big opportunity. That's a stretch by me. That's a stretch at best. But I think it's a possibility that exists. I think it's fair to look at. And the last time I heard Bo's name, he was being called out by a guy. Now, that guy is very good. I don't know his name. The only thing I know about the guy is that he called out Bo Nickal. I watched him fight that night. He beat somebody. He even finished him. I can't remember if he knocked him out, if he TKO'd him. I can't remember if I don't remember anything about it. Only thing I remember is that he called out Bo Nickal. I'm not putting him down at all. It's quite the opposite. He called out Bo Nickal. He didn't get Bo, but he got Paulo Costa. I mean, it's a big deal. The guy called out Bo. He was looking for a big fight. He got one. He got Paulo Costa. But isn't that interesting? The guy asked for Bo. So what happened there? Did Bo not accept? Did Bo accept but not tell anyone? Right? I mean, the old adage, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody hears it, doesn't make a sound. I mean, there's a reason that stuck around in philosophical circles for generations. If you accept a challenge, but you didn't come out and tell anyone that you accepted it, did you really accept the challenge? And I'm not saying that Bo did that. I don't know what happened. But that's not my fault. I follow this stuff. I'm in this stuff every day. So that would be that would be Bo's fault. That would be Bo's team's fault. If I don't know, if he responded and accepted and tried to get the fight, and I don't even know that he did that, that's not my fault. That's their fault. That's what I maintain. So I don't know what happened there. But Bo has an opponent. Oh, I'm getting told. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting told right now by my producer, Ryan, what happened. Okay, Bo already had a fight when he got called out. That's what I'm being told. Okay. So we're led to believe that the guy that called for Bo didn't get Bo because Bo already had a fight. Guy ends up with Paulo Costa. That makes perfect sense to me. I can accept that. But if you're in Bo's spot and you're not getting the matches that you want, because Bo wants hard matches. Bo does not have the mentality that other guys have. And that's just the wrestler in him. That's the amateur wrestler in him, where he doesn't even need paid. He will pay you $25. His dad will work extra shifts and he'll even get the plane ticket in the hotel. But it's a different mentality. And not only will Bo do that, he wants to do that. Not only does he want to do it, he'll do it with up to 4 guys in the same day. It's a different mentality. So Bo wants hard match. See, I bring that to you because he's been calling out Chimaev. Now, Chimaev had a big name and was a hard match. But I'm sharing with you, Bo wasn't after the recognition of Chimaev. He was after the competition that Chimaev could bring. It's a different mindset. I'm not sure that you're used to seeing it, so I'm not sure that you recognized it. So the guy that called out Bo would like that match. That's a hard match. This is not a situation where Bo would dismiss it because the guy doesn't have a big name. That's not what this is, because it's not what he's looking for. He's looking for hard matches. So instead, he's going to have to go through a match that he already had booked with a gentleman. And the guy's very tough. I would not disrespect this guy. I hope my tone doesn't sound that way. The guy's very tough, but he's got a record of 5-2. He's not been in feature matches. He's not been a main event guy, but a co-main event guy. He's not a contender and he's not ranked. I'm not giving him a hard time. Everybody's got to start somewhere. I'm just sharing with you, it's not what Bo wanted. So, neither was the last guy. And we even had a guy in there on December 10th. How's that for a memory? December 10th. And Bo ended up missing the fight. It ended up being canceled. But they weren't the matches that Bo wanted. So somebody has a plan. Somebody cares and somebody sees something in Bo and they're going to go in a certain direction. But if Team Bo doesn't like that or doesn't agree with it or wants to do something else, they can only stop it two ways. Okay? They can call it out or they can do it back to him. In a verbal or physical fight, that is the only way to get your opponent to stop. If you think you know of one that I haven't offered, by all means, submit it. Submit it. I have only seen two, ever. Call them out or do it back to them. Now, we just saw this, by the way. We just saw this done by a guy named Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley couldn't get the matches that he wanted either. So, he did it back to him. And he started doing media and interviews telling the world that he would not fight anybody that was ranked. He was only going to fight guys that were debuting in the organization. Not only would he not fight ranked guys, wouldn't fight champions. He wouldn't even fight guys that were veterans. They had to be brand new. And he did this one time, guys. One time. They changed it. They put him in there with the former champion. He beat him, became the number one contender. He's going to go fight for the world champion. That's how quickly this happens. When I tell you, do it back to them or call it out, it will right now. I've seen debate stages. I've seen them on stage in debates, and this senator, this governor, this president will back down instantly when he's called out or when it's done back to him. So Bo is going to have to either act as though this is his idea. He has so much power and so much pull that he has informed Hunter and Dana. This is who I'm fighting. This 5-2 guy. Sign him. Sign him and get him in here with me because I said so, right? That will work, as silly as that might have sounded. That will work, and it will work fast. Bo got called out by a guy. The guy wanted a big fight. He got one. I'm just sharing with you how these things are done. That guy also did that on television with a microphone. That's a very different call out than going to Twitter a few days later. Just so you understand. Be big media, be big opportunities. If Bo likes it and he's happy, stay right where he's at. If he wants it to change and he just can't figure out how to maneuver. It's just been done. We don't have to guess. We're not inventing anything. It's not an experiment. Been done. In fact, it was just done by a guy that was in your exact same spot. A guy that was really good and knew in his heart he was a lot better than people gave him credit for. Sean O'Malley.